We are just 58 days away from Election Day. It's your voice, your vote. And as we all know, the election comes down to a handful of key battleground states. This morning, a new revelation from the Romney campaign about just where they stand in those key states. ABC's David Kerley joins us with more from Washington. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Bianna. You know, this is really a game of hopscotch as the candidates jump from one state to another, but it is this really small group of states. And Mitt Romney is now highlighting a stumble at the Democratic convention. In Virginia, Mitt Romney went after the Democrats, awkwardly reinserting the word God into their convention platform. And then the Republicans seemed to take it a step further.
I will not take God out of the name of our platform. I will not take God off our coins, and I will not take God out of my heart.
Was Romney suggesting the president wants to remove "In God We Trust" from coins? No, said his campaign. In Florida, it was the president, again mocking those disproven questions about his birth certificate, when he ran into a nearly 7-year-old Andre Whooperman, who, like the president, was born in Hawaii.
You were born in Hawaii? You have a birth certificate?
This exchange in a key battleground state, one of 10 that will ultimately decide the election. But also this morning, the Romney campaign admits it is not leading in any of those states. The best, a tie in some. Before the conventions, the president was up 3 points in Florida, up 6 in Ohio, up 2 in Wisconsin. But numbers change, and that lead in Wisconsin may have disappeared, because this morning,
here in Wisconsin, we're not better off under President Obama.
Mitt Romney added Wisconsin to other battleground states that his campaign is now blanketing with TV ads, which is why you'll hear statements like this when the candidates just have to remember to change the name of that battleground state.
We will win Florida, and we will win this election.
And the state name that's going to be inserted today is Ohio. That's the latest battleground stop for the president. Romney is off the trail today. Dan?
David Kerley, thank you. Let's bring in now the host of This Week with George Stephanopoulos. Coincidentally, his name is George Stephanopoulos. Good morning to you, sir. So the Romney people are conceding that the battleground state math is tough for them. What can they do about it?
Well, you saw in David's piece one of the things they're doing. They're trying to flip what has been a solid Democratic state, the state of Wisconsin, the home of Mitt Romney's running mate, Paul Ryan. They're going to have to do that in order to open up their possibilities right now. Because if you look at that map that David Kerley put in his piece, right now, President Obama now hits a very small lead, but he's got a lead in all of the major battleground states, lead or tied, and that gives him many more paths to get the 270 electoral votes he needs.
You've got Paul Ryan on the show this morning, a big get. Do you think he can really help put the campaign over the top in Wisconsin?
He can make a difference. There's no question about that. The minute he was chosen, he increased Mitt Romney's chances in Wisconsin. Overall, he's been kind of a wash. He excited conservatives, made Mitt Romney feel better on the stump, but also excited Democrats and liberals and has provided a big target for the Democrats. They go after that Ryan budget on the stump every single day and in their ads.
So 50% campaign asset, 50% lightning rod. A lot of people were surprised by this joke that President Obama made yesterday. Several weeks ago, Mitt Romney took a lot of flack for making a birther joke. Now the president makes a birther joke. Was that a wise move?
Oh, I think probably, yeah. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal much either way. But what's happening here, when Mitt Romney does it, when Barack Obama does it, they're both doing exactly the same thing, playing to their base. What Barack Obama's trying to do with that little joke is remind all of his voters, boy, watch out for these other guys. They don't even believe I was born here. That's how far out they are, and it gets people a little more excited, at least those in his base.
So that's really the game here. Excite the base on both sides, and then target this tiny sliver of undecided
Probably
voters.
Fewer than 5% of the voters right now.
Wow, it's a game of inches. George Stephanopoulos, we appreciate it, and we want to remind people that George has a big show this morning, including the interview that we mentioned with Vice Presidential nominee Paul Ryan, plus the Powerhouse Roundtable. It's This Week with George Stephanopoulos coming up later this morning. Thank you, George.